Hello and welcome back to GoodKnitKisses. I'm your host Kristen and my friends with allfreeknitting.com, and I would like to present you with how to make a visor. This is a short brimmed visor and it can hold up on its own, and I'm using a super bulky number 6 from Lion brand. This is called Hometown USA. You can use another super bulky 6. This is the bulkiest one. There may be another one out there that's a little bit thicker, but this is the one I'm using. You don't need any added extra support. This is what's going to be on it. So when you have a hat like this, it's going to be nice and soft if you fell asleep in it. Let's get started, and we are going to make a slip knot, and we're going to put it on the 5th peg. Take the back over the front, do one more time, and around here. And when I say the 5th peg, I look at, this is my 48 peg Nifty Knitter loom. It's a smaller gauge loom for an adult head. You've got your starter peg, and I'm going to call the one to the right of the starter peg my number 1. And I'm going to go counterclockwise, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on 5 I place a stitch marker, and I'm going to put my slip knot here. Okay, then I'm going to go over from here and count 16 stitches and put another place marker on here. So we're going to go, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I've got 16. Now if you want, you could go ahead and place another stitch marker over 4 more. With this, we're going to increase by 2 at a time, and we're going to increase twice on this side and increase twice on this side. So you can make this note, this is where you're going to stop. And then back over here, our starter peg is where we're going to stop here. So you're going to have 2 increases, 1 set and 2 over here. So the way we're going to get started is we're going to crochet cast this on. I like to turn my loom around. So take my loom, and I'm going to get my crochet hook, and whatever crochet hook you like for this size of yarn. This is a size I or 9 and 5.5 millimeters. So we're going to put the working strand over the back of the 2nd peg here and pull it with the crochet hook, and then put it between the next 2 pegs, wrap it, pull it through. That creates a loop. And then we're going to do the same thing again. It goes around the next peg, and then put your hook down, wrap it, pull it through, go around the next one, wrap it, pull it through, and continue this way until you get down to 16. I'm doing my 15th peg here, pull it around, and then my last one is going to go on to number 16. And this is where we have our stitch marker. Now turn your loom around. Okay, we should have 16 casted on, crochet casted on stitches, so you can set aside your crochet hook. After you've cast it on, notice your working strand started on the left and you worked all the way to your right. Go ahead and E-wrap all the way back to the left. This first peg is always going to be your slip stitch, and it'll be skipped. Go ahead and make sure that your slip knot isn't too tight. Go ahead and pull on it, and then that way you don't have this extra hard bump in your visor. You're going to notice this bump, so give it a little bit of slack before you pull it over, and that way when you weave this tail in, you're not going to see that knot. Go ahead and knit over all the rest of the stitches. I have a technique, and without going into it, I'm just going to tell you that we're going to end up E-wrapping. Even though I'm going to purl on this row here, we're going to do a garter stitch, which is alternating a row of purl with a row of knit, or in this case an E-wrap. But I'm going to do the first and the last peg and E-wrap to continue a certain look. So The first stitch here is going to be E-wrap. Knit that over. And then purl 13. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can rewind and pause, but I have videos on how to purl, and you can search for those on the GoodKnitKisses channel. Okay, we're at the 13th one that we've purled. We had one E-wrap before and the slip stitch before, so this makes 15. This last stitch is going to be E-wrapped. Moving on to our next row, we're going to E-wrap all the way back. And we're going to wrap 2 more stitches on the end here and go ahead and hold on to it. Knit over these. So we've done our half hitch here. This is just a one wrapped stitch when we increased, and then we increased again with another half hitch, which will become our slip stitch. We're going to E-wrap this beginning row because this is the purl row, and we're going to knit over, and this E-wrap is just, again, it's just going to make a cleaner edge. And now we're going to purl 16. This last one here are going to be our 16th purl, and I'm not A-wrapping it because we're going to add on 2 more half hitches to increase. So now wrap this one and wrap this one, and now we're going to come back around and we're going to E-wrap all the way back. So continue wrapping all the way back, knit off, and meet back up. Alright, we've come to the end of this row where we've E-wrapped. Just to look at our visor right now, you can see where we had started smaller and we've gradually increased. You're nearly done your visor. We've got 2 more increases over here to do and 2 more increases over here to do. Now we're on a purl row, so we want to E-wrap this first stitch, purl all the way down. We'll purl all the way down and we'll meet back up. Okay, we purled all the way down. I didn't tell you, but purl 17, and then this last one we're going to E-wrap again. So we just reinforced that row. Now we're going to head back to the left and E-wrap everything, and then we're going to add 2 hitches on the end. So go ahead and wrap all the way down and then add on 2 more wraps. Okay, we're down at the end, and we're going to go ahead and knit over, but if you want to just wrap this on the starter peg just to kind of hold it there for you, you can do that. Go ahead and knit over all these stitches, and then we'll meet back up. I've taken that off my starter peg here, and now we want to E-wrap this stitch. This is going to be a purl row, beginning and ending with an E-wrap. But on this row, because we added 2 stitches on this side, we're going to add 2 more on the other end. So we only E-wrap this second stitch here, and go ahead and start purling all of these stitches. So you're going to purl 20, and then after the 20 we're going to add 2 hitches. Go down and we'll meet back up. Alright, we are almost done. We're going to add the 2 hitches, and then now go ahead and wrap all the way around till you get to the end. We're going to E-wrap and then knit off. Alright, we have knit over. You now have your visor. That's it. So we have this nice little visor here. This visor is now ready for you to, you can stop for a moment and go ahead and take your slip knot here and sort of tuck it back into the work, and then weave it in. You can go to the back side here. You can tuck it back. And grab one of the loops and pull it through. So I've got that loop now, and so now it's not hanging down this direction, and I actually like to pull it back this way so I can lay it down. So pick up one of your loops that's inside this ridge here. Go ahead and weave it through and go along this line, just picking up one loop at a time, wrapping, pulling it through, pick one up, wrap it, pull it through. There's already a knot at the beginning, so you don't have to knot this. But you can. So say you want to just get this nice and extra secure, you keep a loop here, and then you pull that through, and now you've got a knot. And then you can go one more time, pull that on through, and then go ahead and clip it. So you have your visor, and this is what it's going to look like, and it's got this nice easy crochet cast on edge, and we want to imitate that, and we also want the visor to stick out. So before you start your next stitch, I'm going to get you started on doing the rest of your hat. You would actually go along here and do your E-wrap again, and then you would continue and do a purl all the way down. And then you continue with the crochet cast on. I'll show you how to do that. So go ahead and E-wrap this and purl all the way down and stop at the end. Okay, so I had the first slip stitch, and then I had an E-wrap, and then I purled 21, so that brings us to 23, and then I want to E-wrap this last 24th, and then you notice that we don't have any more pegs cast on, and because the crochet cast on will go in one direction, it'll go all the way around and connect it, and it matches the beginning. That's how we're going to finish it off. So I want to take my loom and set it down, do just like we did in the beginning. I'm going to take our hook, go around this next peg, pulling this back a little bit, and then wrapping it and pulling it through. I'm in the middle of the next pegs, wrap it, pull it through, wrap it, pull it through, wrap it, pull it through, and continue on all the way down the line. Okay, I've got it all the way down to my 48th peg, and I've still got one loop on here. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on that last 48th peg. So now I've got everything in the working in the round, and this is about to get connected when I have my first stitch. So now that you are ready, you can just continue wrapping. If you want to start E-wrapping around and then do a set of purls and do your next stitch. If you want to just continue E-wrapping the entire thing, that's fine too. If you E-wrap the whole thing, this back part could curl on you, so I suggest making a brim. There's two different ways you can do it. Like I said earlier, you can do a garter stitch pattern, which is what this is, so that you would actually continue and do a purl knit, and go all the way around. Because this was a purl row, I suggest going ahead and starting with an E-wrap, which is a knit stitch, and you would E-wrap all the way around, and then the next round you would do a purl, and you could go for about an inch or so, and then continue on in whatever pattern that you want to do. Thank you again for tuning in to Good Knit Kisses. My friends and I at allfreenitting.com would like to wish you happy looming.